Thank you, Madam Chairwoman and Administrator. Thank you very, very much for bearing through this, for answering your questions. Congratulations on 104 days. The SBA, in this short period of time, has launched the red tape hotline. I think I mentioned to you yesterday at the meeting, I think we should have called it the blue tape hotline. The Made in America Manufacturing Initiative, the Franchise Directory, and the Make Onshoring Great Again portal that I want to hear a little bit more about. You've restored prudent underwriting standards in the 7A loan program. As we all know and predicted, there was $176 million in non-collateralized loans, which we warned, that our chairman warned the SBA administrator right to her while she was sitting there, that these loans were going to go bad, but they did it anyway, non-collateralized. And we cracked down on SBA loans going to illegals and those who are ineligible, non-eligible persons and businesses. Boy, I don't know who finds that to be disturbing, but my goodness, if we're all from the private sector, or some of us anyway, and are about small businesses, we really wouldn't want a private bank or a private business to be doing business with those who have no chance of paying them back or paying the loan. So there's still a lot of work to do. You have no-shows, 90% over a 4-year period, I believe you said. That is unbelievable. I don't remember hearing much of a cry about that over the last 4 years, except maybe from us. And the SBA administrator said, we're working on it, when we didn't have to subpoena her to provide us information. Piles of the blue tape, the overreach, the loans, as stated, going out to non-collateralized. And by the way, we had a big issue with them doing a lot of focus, spending a lot of time on registering voters, particularly in blue areas. But outside of that, they were wonderful. So we're very glad that you're now in your seat. The BBB provides tax certainty, continuation of particularly small business taxes, particularly to 199A, enhanced to 23%, very, very important, bonus depreciation, R&D tax credit. Tell us from your vast experience in business, and you're talking with the small business you work for, what would happen if these provisions expire?
Well, we would face many, many challenges, most of which would be felt on Main Street America. And certainly that is the heartbeat of this country's economy. It's the jobs engine. It would cost us millions and millions of jobs if that 23% deduction doesn't go through, if factories don't have the depreciation they need to invest and grow in Made in America manufacturing, which is so vital to our country's economic and national security. And they would, many of them, we would lose many of our small businesses because they operate at such thin margins. They would lose the certainty of their future and be unable to invest not just in equipment but in employees and hiring, which are the engines of our hiring, under which President Trump, we've already seen 500,000 jobs created, reversing the Biden administration's decline of manufacturing of 110,000 jobs lost in manufacturing in just his last year. So we're getting back to supporting the working men and women of America on Main Street.
Thank you. You're onshoring great again. I want to talk about that, but I also find it alarming how so many talk about tariffs and how that's going to make the sky fall, but raising taxes on companies is A-OK, but not on small businesses, because this bill caters to the big businesses. Does this bill, the BBB, even have any effect on C corporations, the larger corporations, and with certain exceptions of R&D and bonus depreciation?
No, it maintains the corporate tax rate, and
it maintains it.
Yeah, it certainly helps small businesses grow and invest.
And did I see correctly that the inflation rate last month was at 2.1%, the lowest it's been since I think 2019?
Yeah, 4-year lows.
Yeah, four-year lows. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your Onshoring Great Again, which shows businesses where they could go as opposed to buying products from overseas?
Thank you, Congressman. We strongly reject the narrative that things can't be made in America again, and are promoting Made in America manufacturing. And as part of that, not just expanding our loan sizes, but making sure small businesses know they have a choice to procure their resources to onshore production in this country. Our Make Onshoring Great Again portal, which is on the SBA.gov website homepage, can be accessed by everyone. It's 3 different private sector databases that provide access to onshore production, and it'll ensure that our small businesses can source locally and not from the Chinese
Thank
Communist
you,
Party.
Administrator, very much. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Gentlemen.